Good morning, rise and shine, nerds. Here we are. It's time. We're back. Everybody, let's see who's in the chat. We got, first off, thank you for that follow, Haas00312_. There must be a lot of Hosses on Twitch. Welcome, DJ J. Shane. It's really hard to say your name. DJ J. Shane. DJ J. Shane. DJ Shane. Oriole.
DJ J. Shane.
I know you're at work, but I'm glad that you're here.
Oh, Oriole is at work?
Yeah, he probably won't be able to stick around the whole morning, but he's going to be here for a little bit. And KY Redhead, good morning to you. And we'll see if anybody else pops in the stream. KY, I'm sorry, I just saw your question from last night about how long the show is usually on Twitch. It's usually at least 2 hours, sometimes a little bit longer.
Can I just say, can we switch the lights? Because I am looking incredibly pale today.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Wakey, wakey.
Time to get up.
Good morning, citizens.
Open and then rise and shine.
This is your wake-up call, people.
Come on, the coffee's on.
We are both, despite the fact that it's a morning show, we don't normally record it in the mornings. And so we're both very tired. And
there was a long time that we did record Saturday morning.
we really did super early every week.
But it was fine because it wasn't a video.
Oh yeah, we weren't on Twitch.
Early. Words are hard.
It wasn't a you see me
That's what I was
kind of
thinking.
thing.
Oh man.
But we really found out after having to do a few
Friday nights.
Yeah, after doing a few Friday nights, we're like, we're usually a lot more energetic and I'm just going to downplay what we're going to do this morning. But I was going to say we're a lot more energetic and funny on Friday nights when we record at nighttime. And so we're going to try and be energetic and funny this morning, though.
Just know it's mostly fake.
KY, I did my thing at 8 a.m. instead. Sweet. All right. So you're going to be here. Great. We're going to have another arguing on Discord later on for anybody who's able to jump in over at the Back Row Buds Discord. We'll announce when that is, but
if at any point, go ahead. If at any point y'all see me just sitting here like this,
micro naps.
Yeah, I'm taking a nap.
She's just.
Don't judge me.
Staying fresh.
That's right.
Lark's already been up into the farmer's market.
Oh my gosh! Come on, Lark. Sleep while you can, friend. Sleep while you can. I asked Matt, why did we start this in our 30s? Why didn't we know each other and start it when we were in our 20s?
It would have been so much easier.
It would have been. Good grief. And it's our late 30s.
Excuse me? Excuse you? I'm not in my late 30s yet. I'm still in my mid 30s for at least another month.
I was about to say, you have less than a month.
No, I have a couple days more than a month.
Oh.
It's the 30th, September 30th. I
always think your birthday is the 25th.
No, that's
always.
Daedra's. So Daedra's is October 25th. Or I'm sorry, August 25th. And this is the first year that I forgot it. Now, I didn't forget it to the day, but it snuck up on me.
Out of nowhere.
It was the 23rd.
Didn't you learn anything from Chris?
It was the 23rd, and Dave was like, hey, so my birthday's in 2 days. I'm like, oh, gosh.
No. That's when you go, yeah.
No,
I know your birthday's in 2 days. By the way, I'm going to need you to sit with the kids for a couple hours. I'll be back.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I don't have anything for you. And you're not leaving the house, so I can't get the kids to make you something in secret. And so, yeah, it was kind of a bummer. So we both agreed, essentially, that our birthday presents to each other this year will be tattoos. In the future tattoos.
Future tattoos.
Because she needs to get. She's got the boys' names.
Yep,
on her
I was about
She's
to
got
say.
to add the girl. And then I'm gonna get something small with all three of their names.
Nice.
Somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah. I also got a nice picture frame because we got photos taken, family photos, and I'm sure some of y'all seen the photo of our three kids, like, laying down. They're holding the little baby in the middle. We're gonna blow that up and put it in a big one. So I got a nice frame for that.
Such a sweet picture.
It's a really, really good picture. Got all three of them smiling. No editing whatsoever.
Such a cute little thing.
And yes, when babies are that young, they only smile because they're farting. But it
doesn't
counts.
matter. That's why if you know that you have a photo shoot coming up with your newborn child and you are a nursing mother, you eat things that will cause her to have gas so that you're sure to get lots of smiley photos.
All right. Well, we are going to start recording our show. First up is for our Monday show. So, well... Get it all out. All right.
Rise and shine, nerds.
Welcome to episode 394 of the Back Row Morning Show, a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network and the official exclusive morning show for LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt, the station manager and chief radio nerd. I'm a husband, a father of three, including a newborn baby girl, a Green Lantern fan, and a Funko Pop collector.
And I'm Mo, shorter, louder, smarter, and all around better than absolutely no one. I'm a wife, mom, elementary librarian, and seeker of truth, except when it comes to reality TV.
Today on the show, the robot apocalypse is on its way.
Also on the show today, Amazon brings us full circle.
But first, today is Monday, August 30th, 2021, and we've got some holidays to celebrate.
That's right. It's National Beach Day.
Yeah.
Beach, like the ocean with
Actually, I hate
sand
the
and
beach.
waves and water. Beach.
I hate the beach, really.
I am not cursing, y'all.
Every time I go to the beach, like, I forget how difficult it is
beaches.
to walk in the sand. And I hate it. My legs get so tired before I've even made it anywhere near the water. Then you get covered in sand.
But that's the beauty of making it to the water.
But then you still got to get back out.
Oh my
And when you're
gosh.
out, you're wet, and now it's sticking to you even more.
No. So when you're out and you're wet, the wetness from your body and the bottom of your feet from the water helps the sand to stay more compact when you're walking. It's easier to walk after
For
you've been
maybe
in.
a minute. Like, not long enough to trek all the way back across.
Okay, hold on. First of all, another thing that we have to come to a full realization on is that the beaches you've been to and the beaches I grew up with are two very
Oh, that's true.
different beaches.
The only beach that I've been to in recent memory has been Santa Monica. Wait, is that not Santa
Huntington
Monica?
Beach.
Huntington Beach.
In California.
Yeah.
Yeah, Huntington Beach. And I grew up in North Carolina on the East Coast. So I went, oh my gosh, I went to Ocean City growing up, which is in Maryland. I went to Atlantic Beach, Emerald Isle, Salter Path, all the fun places. Growing up on the East Coast and going to the Atlantic Ocean for beach days is way better than the Pacific Ocean. The water's warmer, the sand is better.
My parents didn't want to take us to beaches when I was growing up because we went one time. Me, my older brother Mike, and all of us went to the beach in Texas, one of the beaches in Texas. And my brother had like this pack styrofoam surfboard. And he got way out into the ocean where we couldn't see him anymore. And so
Like
my mom was...
a boogie board?
No, it was like a surfboard.
For real?
That was a full surfboard with it was compact styrofoam. It was really strange. He was way out in the ocean. My mom was freaking out the entire time. She couldn't see him. Just thinking that he's drowned. I had like this little blow up boogie board type thing. And I'm all of 5 maybe. And I even remember this happening where I'm in the water and I go out just a little bit too far and I flip. And now I'm upside down, but I'm still holding on to like the handles. And my eyes are open and I'm not sure what's happening. But I was fine. My mom went and flipped me back over and I'm like, and she's all, oh my gosh, are you dying? Are you joking? What's going on? I'm fine. So my mom, of course, just hated this whole trip. So it's time to leave. Well, the truck that we brought is now stuck in the dirt. It is my dad parked too far into the beach itself and now can't get out. And so there's this tiny little pickup truck that's driving along and comes by. He's all, you need towed out of the beach? And my dad said, no, we'll be able to get it. I can tow you. He's like, okay. Yes, it'll be $75. And my dad said, no, never mind. We're going to get it. And so he spent another hour trying to get us out. And eventually the guy came back and my dad paid $75 for this tiny pickup truck to tow his giant F-150 out. And yeah, so both my parents hated the beach at that point, and we never went back.
So, I was going to say something, and now I forgot.
Okay, well, you can move on to the next day then.
Oh, yeah. It's also National Toasted Marshmallow Day.
Yes.
If you didn't catch that, it's National, I almost did it again, National Toasted Marshmallow Day. Oy.
I like my marshmallows like I like my witches. Burned at the stake.
You have made that joke at least twice before.
And it's so fun to say every time. Blackened. I want it to catch on fire, and then I want it to burn until the fire puts itself out. That's how burned I want it to be.
You like your marshmallows like you like your witches? Scorched and gooey?
Sure.
That's how I like mine. Yep.
No, that's the best way to make a marshmallow.
Oriole.
Actually, I don't understand. I don't understand why our buddy Oriole on Twitch never agrees with me.
Well, but here's the thing. I need to know how it really makes him feel knowing that he's disappointed both of us at the same time.
Oh, right. You like a blackened too. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Usually he has at least one of us, but now it's like, no.
Our friend KY Redhead's 5-year-old is confused. Are witches even a food?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Depends on where you're from, I guess. So.
Speaking of witches, one of my favorite things to do is to go through
Cast spells.
Would you hush? Is to go through my Facebook memories every day. I don't always post them. Sometimes I do. But every day I at least go through them just to kind of remember, And so just the other day, it was our 9-year anniversary of living here in Clovis.
That's right. Yeah, I saw your post.
Uh-huh. But a couple days after that, apparently I had taken my first trip to Hobby Lobby since being here. And there was a mom with her 2 young daughters in Hobby Lobby, and there are Halloween decorations out. And the mom is trying to explain to her daughter what a witch is. And the other daughter asks why it looks so scary. The mom is explaining it. And the younger of the 2, I think I said she had to have been around 2 or 3. But the younger of the 2 exclaims from the cart, "No, Mommy, me no witch!" Only her witch
Had a bee.
Yeah. And so
to anybody else, it sounds like this mom just calling out her kid.
Yeah. "No, Mommy, me no itch." And I can remember it as I'm reading my post. I can still clearly see standing on the other side of the aisle, so I can hear their whole conversation. I had just passed them and made my way around. And I'm just standing there doing my very best not to laugh hysterically out loud because I know she's going to hear me. That poor mom is doing everything within her power to just educate her child. And her cute little speech impediment just made things really awkward and inappropriate.
Yeah, you see, you got to worry about stuff like that. I remember Eli was trying to say frog, but it came out as the F word. Very clearly for like a solid week. He would just be saying it all the time. So I had to post online, look, okay, you're going to hear my kid say the F word, but he's trying to say frog. So please I'm not a terrible parent. I don't swear in front of my children.
And then it really doesn't help when you have friends like Chris and I who purposely go out of our way then. "Eli, what animal says ribbit?" "Eli, what's a green animal that hops?"
Yeah,
Eli,
that kind
what
of
if
friend.
princesses kiss? While standing in the church fellowship hall, getting him to say frog repeatedly.
Oh, man. All right. How was your week, Mo? 2 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
2 weeks.
Why didn't we record last week?
I don't know.
I've completely forgotten what stopped us.
I don't know.
Anyway, that was your time.
I feel like you did have something.
I feel like I did too. I just don't remember what it was.
It wasn't me.
Time has no
I
meaning.
just need it to be known and put on record that most of the times that we've had to not record for one reason or another. Hold on. Most of the times that we've had to record for one reason or another, it's because of me. It's been because of me. But in the recent past, the times that we haven't been able to record, it's been because of you.
Mostly, yeah.
My, how the tables have
Oh, I
turned.
remember why. Okay. Wow. It feels like a month ago already. But I had to set up a whole new computer system at my church.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And it just took, I knew it was going to
Lots
take
of projects.
butt long, and it did take butt long to get it done. But, ooh, it's so much better.
How many
Oh my
times can we say
gosh.
"but" in one sentence?
It's so much better at my church. Everything's, it just fixed so many problems immediately. And we haven't even had a service yet. Because last Sunday got canceled because somebody had COVID and half the church were around them the night before.
Wow.
So we got there that morning, got a call like, oh, yeah. So most of us have to go home. So what do you want to do? I was like, well, I guess we'll cancel. Put a sign on, tell everybody to leave. I'm like, well, dang it. I got this stupid computer set up all week long, ready for this debut. And yeah, well.
I will say the good thing about our town, as small as it is, one thing that we have a plenty of is churches.
We do have a plenty of churches.
On every corner, you can find a church.
And you know what? Someone said that, and someone mentioned like how many churches are in this town. I think it was a guest speaker a while back. They said, we have like so-and-so number of churches, a whole lot of churches. And everyone was like, yeah, that's a lot of churches. So like, that still would only cover about 10% of the people in this town if they all went on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang.
And at the same time, when you consider how many people, you would think having as many churches as we do, when you consider how many people are unchurched in our town, it's insane.
Yeah.
It is insane to me. Anyway, so I also feel as though my last 2 weeks have been like a month long.
Yeah.
Exhausting. But we are 2 weeks down in the 2021-22 school year.
Right.
So that's a big whoop, whoop.
It's crazy that it's already been 2 solid weeks of school.
2 solid weeks. I felt really bad because, our kindergartners went a week after the rest of the school. So for kinder, it's only been a week. Well, Friday afternoon, I came out of the library to go take care of the crosswalk in the afternoon, and I passed the kindergarten EA on the way out as she's walking all of the kindergarten ducklings out to be picked up. And I was like, I said, whoop, 2 weeks down. And she was like, 1 week for us. I was like, oh, that's right. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're still miserable.
But at the same time, you get a week less than we do. It's not like they have to go an extra week into summer.
Right? It's like
Yeah.
you got to sleep in for a whole extra week. Why don't you chill out?
Well, not technically. They still had to be at the school doing work. But they didn't
that's
have
lame.
kids in their classroom.
That's lame.
Yeah,
Lame.
lame. Hey, I finished the... Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I finished the project that you had me on for a very long time that I kept, dragging my feet on to actually finish and do. I was going to make the announcement without making the announcement.
yeah,
I was
we can
gonna
talk about it.
Stick my foot in my mouth.
We can talk about it. Go ahead.
I
Mo's been
finished-
working on a project.
I finished the Christmas deck.
Yeah. And it's not like just a deck. This is Sunday School Answers, of course. Mo has been working on the Christmas edition. It's its own big game. It's 260 some odd cards. It's enough to play all Christmas season long and it not get old or boring. What was that? Hey, thank you for those bits, Oriole. But yeah, so Mo's been working on that, and I didn't really know how hard she'd go at this game, but she wrote her and her husband Chris.
We collaborated together.
Wrote a whole bunch.
There's actually a couple in there that are from the kids too.
Yeah.
That I was really
Sweet.
like, because Chris and I were sitting in the living room, had spent several nights kind of just going back and forth between Christmas movie quotes and Christmas songs and just Christmas culture altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't realize how much.
There's so much
Yeah.
to pull from. Yeah.
And so the kids would come in every now and then and just figured out over time what we were doing. And so they would throw out sayings or they would throw out lyrics. And I was like, oh, that's a good one. Write it down, put it in there. So anyway.
she got that done, and I was very impressed with the effort and initiative. And so I'm now in the process of like getting them all designed and added up, and it should be coming out beginning of October. We've got a new deck coming out. We just came out with the 2020 deck. Okay.
Which I'm excited for that one.
It's fun.
Oh, I'm so
really
excited
fun.
for that one.
I enjoyed doing this one. And we are coming out with another one middle of September, like second week of September. That was written, it's all brand new, all written by the creator of Sunday School Answers, Michael Mordenga.
No,
It's a game he created,
Awesome.
and he made his own expansion deck. That's called the Ripoff deck. It is not a reference to anything with the other company. It's him ripping off his own game because he wants the game back, essentially, is the motif. So
he wants the game back?
in his mind, he's all, well, y'all are having so much fun with it. Now I'm sad I gave it away.
That's how it always works.
Right. I had a really fun time putting the packaging for this together because it's all like taped up and markered on and all this kind of stuff. It's really
cool.
great.
That's cool.
So that's coming out. It's actually not called Sunday School Answers. It's called Sabbath Academic Resolutions because it's got tape over the logo with his own name.
Okay.
It's really fun.
But
It's really Sunday School Answers.
can I just say it's abbreviated to SAB. And I'm kind of upset with y'all that you didn't put an O word in there somewhere.
Soab?
Well,
Soab?
think of another saying that would be SOAB.
Oh, that's rude. You're a rude person.
It's National Beach
and
Day.
And then hopefully the first week of October, we will be releasing the Christmas edition.
Sands of a beach. Okay. I also have an idea for another expansion, or not expansion, another deck.
Those are expansions.
Okay. Whatever. But I don't think that we would be able, it wouldn't make sense to release it until a year from now. So
Okay. Do you want to talk about it or do you want to keep it a secret?
a teacher, like a teacher
School,
edition.
just like a school. Well, we should do it
Yeah.
at school. It needs to be broader.
You might think that it needs to be broader, but that's because you're not in the schools with these kids teaching them.
Hey, thank you, DJ Shane, for that subscription, my friend.
I'm just saying.
Enjoy your emote.
There is plenty of material there for just a teacher edition.
All right. Well, let's take a break here. When we come back, it could have been worse.
Stick around.
Bean. Could have been. All right, guys. I got to open up a whole bunch of links. So, Mo, take it away.
Hi, guys. I am still very exhausted.
You can hear it in your voice. Like you got a
I know.
deeper voice going on right now.
I know. I have a deeper voice. Very deeper is my voice.
So, okay, hold on.
What?
So, Kevin Wellborn, our former pastor, who is infamous for our ribbing about
Very
the very
deeper.
deeper, because he said that in a sermon once. He said,
In reference to
it was like
God
the
in
Greek.
some
No,
way.
no, it was
Oh.
about the language. He's all the Greek language was about how he was explaining the translation of a word
Yeah.
from Greek to English. He's all the Greek language is very deeper. And and then he heard that for some reason. Someone told him that he said that, and he got really upset about it. Like normally anybody would say, "Oh, that's funny," but he's just like, "Oh, I cannot believe I said that." And so I took that clip from the sermon audio, and I made like a little meme about it with his face, and I slowed it down over and over again, and got closer and closer to his face. It's all very deeper, very deeper.
He's also telling the Corinthians at this, in the Greek languages, very deeper and paints a better picture than our English language does. The Greek language is very deeper, very deeper, very deeper.
It was brilliant.
It was great.
Yeah.
And so he messaged me last week saying, "Hey, I was just listening to the morning show for the first time in a while, and I heard y'all say the very deeper thing again." I'm like, "Really? Can I never live this down?"
No.
I told him, "Oh, dude, we say it at least once a week.
Yeah.
At least."
Yeah.
And you just said it again. I'm like, "Yeah, it really does happen."
All the time.
Doesn't always make it into the show, but it's always said.
Yeah.
When we're recording.
But I feel like that's only fair. Like, that's only right. He is the only original person who was a big part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Who
He was
isn't
on the first
still around.
Yeah.
You know? You still have things.
He totally would be a part of everything that we're doing with Love Thy Nerd in one form or fashion if he was here.
I don't know that he would be, but Kara would be.
Kara definitely too, yeah.
Kara
No,
would end up.
He'd be on here a lot, I'm sure.
Kara would have her own, like, Star Wars / Harry Potter something happening. Star Wars / Harry Potter / homeschool / pastor's wife. That's like all the things in one.
KY Redhead says 5-year-old is excited that Mo is a real librarian. We're reading Library Lil.
So, Hillary, what is, if you don't mind saying, obviously you don't have to, but what is your 5-year-old's name? Because I will absolutely do a shout out.
Oh, that might not be.
I know.
Who knows?
That's why I said, if you don't mind. I know that there's some.
If not name, nickname that Mo can yell out. The other main character watches wrestling.
John. Rowan. Oh, hi, Rowan.
Awesome.
Happy Saturday morning.
Rowan is actually a wrestler, too.
Rowan is an amazing. I love the name Rowan.
There's a wrestler named Rowan, and he's great.
I love the name Rowan. I really do. I wish that I had had my boys a little later, because one of them would have definitely been named Rowan.
All right, let's start recording our second segment for the Monday show. Here we go. Welcome back to the Back Row Morning Show. I'm Radio Matt.
And I'm Mo.
And we've changed some things up for this new season, including what we record live on Twitch. Each week, we record our shows the Friday or Saturday before with our friends on Twitch. Follow us at twitch.tv/LTN on air to be notified when we go live. And you can join our discussion by joining our Discord at backrowdiscord.com for after the show discussion and even opportunities to be on the show yourself. Through the Discord chat, because we do these cool things every week with arguing on Discord, and sometimes Mo takes people on in the game, and I'm actually going to maybe have Mo set up a game for me to go against some of y'all here in the near future.
Please.
So that would be really fun, too.
Yeah.
So, backrowdiscord.com. But before we go any further, it's time for Mo's Fact of the Day.
The longest beach in the world is Casino Beach in Rio Grande, Brazil. It's approximately 132 miles long, which would take about 2.5 hours to make across, traveling at 70 miles an hour. And it's also the distance from Clovis, New Mexico to Hobbs.
I grew up in Hobbs.
Yeah. Do you know how long I sat there trying to figure out a distance between two cities that was 132 miles long that I could reference? It was so difficult. And so finally I was like, oh, Hobbs.
So you picked
Perfect.
two cities that nobody who doesn't live in New Mexico
Exactly. But you do.
I have a fun fact.
I knew you were going to say, oh, I used to live in Hobbs.
Well, you don't know me. Stop picking me apart, Mo. I have a fun fact. Can I add a fun fact? I never get to do the fun facts, but I've learned one that's really fun. Okay, you ready?
Only give me about this much. This much.
I let you still do one, but I'm just
show.
adding an extra one.
You even took away 4 of the 5 facts that I was allowed to contribute.
Come on, you were getting tired of trying to find all those facts.
But still.
All right, are you ready?
No, but yes.
The Olympics started before Jesus was born. Meaning they were happening while Jesus was alive. Meaning that...
No, for the 33 years that Jesus walked the earth, they...
Team Israel or whatever could have seen him walking on water and say, hey, you're joining our freestyle team.
Okay, but was it the Olympics like it is today where I was going to say, I don't think that they would have had all the different countries.
Don't pick apart my joke, Mo. It's a joke.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Freestyle means you can swim any way you want. You can just run across the water. Gold medals. Jesus could have been a gold medal Olympian swimmer.
You're right.
And never gotten wet.
It's a hilarious joke. I'm very sorry.
Oh, so we are recording on Twitch, and we got several friends in the chat, including John Berkey. John Berkey's up in here. John Berkey, we got Grayson joining the team.
Aww.
As well as all the other people we've already named today. But a lot of people in the chat today. We're glad to have you with us this morning. It's early when we're recording.
It is.
We normally do Friday nights to record our main shows, and it is an early Saturday morning for us this week.
I'm beginning to wonder if having recording on Saturday morning is better for our people, but it makes me really sad.
Oh no, Grayson just said I'm awake before 10 a.m. and I don't like this.
Yeah, but Grayson is also a teenager, so
that's true.
Okay, so now it's over to our weird news desk.
All right, we got some doozies for you here. First off,
I'm already doozing. I don't need any doozies.
Someone keeps dumping baked beans on cars, front doors, and other things in this small town. It's not every day police are tasked with solving a mystery that involves baked beans, but it definitely happens. Police in Waverley, a small town in southeast England, are trying to find a criminal who keeps dumping the saucy legumes on people's cars and homes. The baked bean bandit, if you will. Waverley police announced on Facebook that they're investigating a string of crimes involving canned beans in the village of Warnish. It's not just beans, according to the Post, but that seems to be the culprit's go-to. Waverley police said several locals reported finding baked beans poured out on their front doors and on their vehicles. Local officers have received reports of incidents where beans and food it's another quote saying that exact same thing I already said. Look at that pictures of that.
It's disgusting.
That's just gross.
It's disgusting.
That's just gross. If you're in England, beans belong on toast. If you're anywhere else, they belong
on toast.
Do you eat them on toast here, really? Mm-hmm. I'm not a bean person, so I don't really know how people consume beans. But I didn't feel like it was on toast.
Good for your heart. Beans, the magical fruit.
Anyway, web sleuths haven't been able to track down the perpetrator, but have had a field day making jokes at the expense of those who've been beaned. In hindsight, it could have been worse. However, hope someone spills the beans on who it could have been. Oh, it's hard to say. Please keep us up to date on how your investigation has been progressing. It could have been worse. Yeah, all kinds of beans jokes. They're not very creative.
Hilarious.
When you really think about it.
That story almost put me back to sleep.
John in our chat says, Great Britain and I have very different ideas as to what constitute a crime.
Well, I mean, in Great Britain's defense, John and America also have very different ideas as to what constitutes a crime. So,
yeah, he's a bad guy. All right,
not what I said.
Next headline. That was from Thrillist, by the way. This is from the New York Post. Oregon man driving stolen car crashes into woman driving another stolen car.
Brilliant.
A police chase in Oregon ended with a driver fleeing authorities and a stolen car crashed into a woman driving another stolen car. The debacle took place Monday when police responded to a report of a stolen Toyota Land Cruiser driving through downtown Newburgh. According to the Newburgh Dundee police, a pursuit ensued. That's a hard two words to say next to each other. A pursuit ensued and lasted for several blocks until the driver crashed into another car near an intersection. Cops cops identified the driver of the first car as Randy Lee Cooper of Portland. After taking Cooper into custody, the police realized the second car was also reported stolen and an unrelated crime 3 weeks ago. The driver of that car, Kristen Nicole Begue, was also found to be under the influence. Cooper was charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempting to elude police, blah, 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 blah. But what are the odds? What are the odds? All right.
Very slim.
Lastly, Amazon is bringing us full circle. Amazon is going to be opening department stores in California and Ohio to test a full line of actual chain stores. So they put a whole bunch of stores out of business, and now they're going to open up their own stores. I don't even want to read the story. That's what's happening. That's a thing that's happening.
Yeah. But
Sources say they're going to sell a mix of furniture, clothing, and electronics.
yeah, it's going to be like your normal department store. You know, the ones that used to be in malls that you could go into, like Dillard's and Belk and Profits and Saks Fifth Avenue. Yeah, those big department stores. Now it's going to be Amazon. Although, I will say this. Our mall has plenty of open space. We could easily have an Amazon department store in our
We
mall.
actually could, yeah.
We have the Amazon Hub
Because it's-
things all over the town, which blows my mind.
I think that's everywhere now. Like, I think that's coming pretty much everywhere.
But well, okay, so I will say this. When my mom visited, she had never seen one before.
Yeah?
So for it to not be in the town or the 3 surrounding towns that she lives, works, and my sister goes to school in, but it's in Clovis, what? We never get things before other places.
Twitch chat. Tell us, do y'all have the Amazon like
Hub portals.
hub portals? They're essentially
Like a post office
yeah,
box.
they're essentially like PO boxes where you can have your stuff shipped to this box, and then you go and you put in a code and it opens it and gives you out. Like, we have one at every Allsup's convenience store in this town, and we have like 30 of those.
Which
Not at
Allsup's-
every one of them, but it's at most of them.
Allsup's, as Matt just said, is a convenience store, like a gas station convenience store. For those of you who don't
Yeah.
know, who just heard the word Allsup's and thought Matt kind of like stuttered over an actual word or something. No, it's Allsup's.
Okay,
See?
so Grayson said there's one a few away from his house, a few miles away from his
KY
house.
says not in my county.
Yeah.
See?
It is weird that we have them before bigger places. I know that's for sure.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because they did a deal with Allsup's or the parent company, Yesway.
Allsup's isn't, I was about to say, Allsup's isn't even a thing anymore, right?
It's owned by Yesway, which is a bigger thing.
Whatever. Still isn't a thing I've ever heard of.
All right, let's take another quick break. When we come back, oh, sorry, I'm reading your line again.
Yeah. When we come back, are you ready for the robot apocalypse?
Stick around.
Good grief.
I just read blindly. I can't stop myself. I don't know why. All right, but that's not for you guys. You're going to have to tune into the main show to listen to that.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be fun.
That's how tired I am. I'm
Wait, what? They don't get to hear about robots?
ready to go right into it.
We got a whole bunch of robot topics this week. It's going to be a fun discussion.
Great.
But for now, we're going to move on to Tuesday's show. And we're going to argue on Discord. All right, let me get Discord open. I closed it like an idiot.
Oh,
Popped it up in front of that. All right. So we are going to be arguing on Horizon Shine. It's not a requirement. Just wake and watch. Mo, you're great. All right. So if y'all want to hop in over in the Back Row Buds Discord to the Join the Morning Show thing, actually, I'll go ahead and hop in myself and I'll just mute it. If y'all want to hop in on that, we're going to have a discussion. Our dishwashing robot and clothes drying robot both died last week. That's a bummer, though. That's a real bummer.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, KY, but
Our food cooking robot is about to die. You can't have the oven on and the stove on at the same time without it blowing a breaker.
oh man.
So that's fun. That's really fun. But yeah, we're going to argue on Discord. We're going to be arguing about, this is going to be fun. Are women more complicated than men? That's right. It's 2021, and that's the argument we're going to have.
Does it need to be an argument?
I would like to hear what you have to say. So join the morning show over at the Back Row Buds Discord, like now.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Grayson, seriously?
Yeah, you're allowed to join. Are you in the thing? Yeah, you're in the thing. Yeah, you can talk. Anybody's allowed to join if they're in the Discord. All right, we're going to get started with this segment, and we're going to talk about holidays, and then we're going to jump into the Discord and argue, so y'all just chill and wait for us there.
Rise and shine, nerds.
Welcome to episode 395 of the Back Row Morning Show, a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network and the official exclusive morning show for LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt, station manager and chief radio nerd. I'm a husband, the father of 3, including a newborn baby girl, a Green Lantern fan, and a Funko Pop collector.
And I'm Mo, shorter, louder, smarter, and all around better than absolutely no one. I'm a wife, mom, elementary librarian, and seeker of truth, except when it comes to reality TV.
Today on the show, the robots are already here.
Also on the show today, our Discord will debate a topic about men and women.
Yeah. But first, today is Tuesday, August 31st, 2021. We got some holidays to celebrate.
That's right. But before we get into the holidays, I have to tell you, I was going to say this yesterday, and then I forgot. I think that...
I'm sorry.
I think in your little introduction up there, it's time to take out the including a newborn baby girl.
She's not even a month old yet.
Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Uh-huh.
Just barely.
She's over a month old. At this point, she is over a month old.
Look, why? She's still technically a newborn. Like, how old do you get before you're not a newborn anymore?
You become an infant from, like...
I thought it was like 3 months.
No. No. Mind your business. I don't know.
I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Shut
She's still in newborn diapers, so...
Well, that has nothing to do with her age.
She's still in newborn clothes.
2 out of my 3 kids were
still
born.
in newborn diapers.
2 out of my 3 kids were born not in newborn. And no, Grayson, that's not how it works.
In chat, Grayson said, "Hey, it's his kid. Let him decide."
But hold on, I actually read it as, "Hey, let the kid decide." That's how I read it, and I was like,
"No,
right."
2021 is wrong in that regard.
Let the kid decide what. Anyway, the holidays. It is Eat Outside Day.
I mean, no.
Yeah,
No, thanks.
I don't really love eating outside. I love the idea of eating outside.
Yeah, in a bugless world, the idea of eating outside, a bugless, windless world, the idea of eating outside is pleasant.
Exactly.
We don't live in that world.
No.
Especially not here in New Mexico. Here in Clovis, New Mexico, with no mountains or trees to block the wind.
But mountains and trees bring bugs.
Well, we still have plenty of bugs here, though.
Well, I know, but I'm saying you might not have wind in a more mountainous place, but you would have more bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So
just
we
no
got to
way.
go somewhere where, like, I think probably Alaska in, the 2 weeks that it's actually pleasant to be outside would be an okay place to eat outside.
It's still relatively cold.
It's still chilly, so
Yeah.
bugs really aren't going to be as big of an ordeal, and there's not a whole lot of wind.
That'd be cool. Hanging out in Alaska for a little while.
It was,
It'd be fun.
when we went on our cruise, it was amazing. I could live there for September. That's it.
They have that yearly thing where they have like a day where the sun never sets.
Oh, no, that's not just a day.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but they have like a day that they celebrate it. They have like the peak day.
Yeah.
They have like this big all-day party everywhere across all of Anchorage and
Yeah.
all these other places. I remember that from a Comedy Central show called... I don't even know exactly what it was called, but it was with Dave Attell. He would go to different areas in mostly America overnight, like finding places that are only open overnight, doing things overnight. And this was a big special. He was going to this thing in Alaska where it never got dark.
Yeah.
And that was really weird because it was still overnight. It might have been overnight with Dave Attell. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, it was really fun. It was a cool show, and it made me want to go to Alaska.
I really do like Alaska, what I saw of it. It's also National Trail Mix Day.
Yeah. I'm all right with that.
So
long as
eat your
there's-
trail mix.
I'm a
outside.
fan of the nuts and chocolate trail mix. You know, the one that was the first one to get so popular. Like Planters came out with their own version, a bunch of different like individual versions. You got the peanuts, the cashews, the raisins, the M&Ms.
Mini M&Ms, yeah.
And like that's it. Salted. All of it salted, and that's it. That's my favorite. That's the go-to. Bless you. Gracious sakes, we are having a show here.
My bad. Wow. Hold on. Let me tell my allergies. Okay, they agreed to hold off for the next several hours. Anyway, so we've actually talked about this before on the show. But when the boys were little, I would make trail mix out of all of like the bottom of the bag snacks.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That we had, and I would put it in one big Ziploc bag and then throw that in the diaper bag or my bag that I took wherever we were going, and it was the best snack option. The boys loved it.
Who doesn't want a handful of Cheez-Its and Sour Patch Kids?
Well, it was like Cheerios with goldfish with raisins.
Right, yeah.
You know, it was things that you're not going to find in your normal off-the-shelf trail mix.
Mixes, yeah.
But it was very much trail mix. Coconut shavings. It was delicious. I feel like I might need to do that again. It's also World Distance Learning Day.
Yeah, this one like
That's
this
what we
one
did
this
for all
one
of 2020,
this one
so.
existed before last year, but like it wasn't on the list last year when we went through this. Like they added it to the list saying, yeah, because everybody really had to do it all at once last year, we're going to celebrate it now. I'm like, I don't really want to celebrate it because it was a bummer. Like the best thing about this year, my kid going to school was like, oh, thank the Lord, I don't have to be a surrogate teacher another year.
We
And I
should
hope it
play a
stays
game.
that way. Delta variant, can you please just stay in your lane?
I was
Thank
about
you.
to say, we should play a game and see, like, guess just how long we're actually going to stay
In school.
in school.
Yeah, our town is doing bad when
Because
it comes to.
I don't think it's going to last another month, Matt.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Our town's doing pretty bad. Several hundred students are out because they've been exposed, not necessarily because they have COVID, because they've been exposed to someone with COVID. And our county is currently the highest county in new infections in our whole state,
Yeah.
which is such a great ribbon to pin on our
right.
chest.
So last week, I actually had to close the library and spent 3 days as a substitute in a second grade classroom because the second grade teacher wasn't allowed to come back in the building. And it probably was the same reason that you guys had to cancel service on Sunday. Now that I'm putting puzzle pieces together.
Yeah. So, yeah, here's what happened. We had the youth group had a progressive dinner. And it turns out that like the first house they went to, the person had COVID and didn't know it until the next morning when they woke up feeling sick and went and got a rapid test done. And so they were exposed, and then every other house that they went to got exposed.
Do you remember how I made a joke about writing a children's book that played off of our Christmas story where the entire church came down with the stomach
flu?
bug
The
that
stomach
one
bug.
Christmas? What is it about Highland, about our...
Well, we're close. We're a family. And so everybody gets sick. We actually hang out with each other, probably too much, and we all get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad Christmas. But y'all had it on Christmas, right? Yeah,
On
y'all had it on
Christmas
Christmas.
Day,
We
listen.
got done with it the week before. Thank the Lord.
Your other co-host from Two Words, his family, he wasn't married at the time, so he was still living at home with mom and dad, but his family saved our Christmas that year. They brought us Christmas dinner. They brought little treats for the kids. Like, they walked in. Well, John walked in with all of this stuff and set it on the counter, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Hold on, I have to puke.
It was the worst stomach bug we've ever had. There was so much puking. It was like every half hour for 3 days.
It was bad.
You were throwing up. It was the worst stomach flu.
Yeah.
My gosh.
That was the year that you dropped your
Merry
glasses
Christmas.
in your puke.
That was the year I had. It was the first one. Mo made me bring this up, and I don't remember when she made me bring it up.
On Among Us.
On Among Us, that's right. Where the first time I throw up when I have like a stomach bug like that, it makes me pass out.
Yeah.
Every single time. I don't know why, but I pass out. And I usually pass out and crumble to the floor. And so I have like my trash bag and I'm ready to go. And I'm like in my chair at home, like my like reclining type chair, not a recliner, but like I sink into it essentially. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh gosh, it's coming. I don't think I can make it to the bathroom. So I scoot up and I'm like on the edge of the seat and I have my trash bag ready to go. And I start throwing up and I pass out and I flop onto the floor and my glasses fly into the trash bag full of puke. And then because I'm passed out, I'm no longer focused on doing it in the trash bag. So I'm just going all over the floor because it's still coming. I'm just not awake for it. And then I wake up like 30 seconds later, just like I'd been in like the worst kind of hangover wake up. Ew. That you see in movies, you know,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. That's how it feels.
Yep.
Like you just black out and then you wake up covered in your own sick, your glasses in a bag full of vomit.
Puke in the creases. So I got to tell you, I remember coming back to record. We were still podcast days back then, but I remember coming back to record after all of that, after we were healthy, and you telling the story and me just looking at your glasses like, are they the glasses that are on your face currently?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, they were these glasses. And I'm like, Matt. And you're like, yeah, you take them off of your face and you look at them and you're like, it was in the creases and the screws everywhere. And I'm like,
I had to really clean these things.
I'm like,
Q-tips and things, just alcohol.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was, I actually remember I got a big bowl and filled it with,
like bleach.
Like an entire bottle of isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
And then water, like half and half. And then I left them in there.
You can
like
say rubbing
hour.
alcohol, you know.
I'm sorry.
I'm just letting you know. For whatever reason, you know, okay. For whatever reason, all the men in my family like to call it isopropyl alcohol. And I'm like, guys.
What's the name of it?
Just say rubbing alcohol. Mila and I look at each other every single time they do it. We look at each other like, why? Why do they got to make things harder than what it really is?
Oh, man. All right. Well, we went on a tangent there.
Yeah, we did.
But it's time to argue on Discord. So we are recording on Twitch right now. We got Kiwi that just jumped into the chat and is making us hydrate. And you might be thinking to yourself, what do you mean someone is making you hydrate? On Twitch, the longer you watch, you earn these things called nerd cred, which he's redeeming a whole bunch of it right now.
Listen, I don't really like that people make us do things that I don't want to do.
And that's essentially what you can do. You can turn in your nerd cred and make us do things.
Tuesday on Among Us, this past Tuesday, a week ago Tuesday on Among Us, somebody said, they asked me to do something, and I was like, I don't do what people tell me to do. And they said, but what if Matt asked you to? Absolutely not. I don't even do what my husband asks me to do. Not what Matt asks me to do. Not what my kids ask me. I do what Jesus asks me to do, and that's it. And most of the time that I do that, I'm like, but God, really? But I don't wanna.
Even then, I'm stubborn.
I know.
And terrible.
So typically on Tuesday nights during Among Us, I'm in the bedroom with the computer and my phone by myself for however long we are in there playing. And Chris pretty much leaves me alone.
Yeah.
Well, he had come into our room to use the bathroom at that point and hears me say, I don't even do what my husband tells me to do. And he pops his head around and gives me the look like, seriously right now?
Excuse me?
I don't even know these people. And you're saying this?
Why are you bringing me into this? I'm just trying to live my life over here.
I can't even defend myself.
All right. So if you are in our Twitch chat right now and you are in our Discord as well, we'd like you to join in on the discussion because we're going to be talking about man and women's. We're going to talk about man and women's. But then we got a couple people already in there, so I'm going to unmute, and they can unmute if they wish. Preferably they would, because that's how we get this discussion going.
Kind of the whole reason that you guys are there.
Hello, everybody. So once a week, we open up our Discord at backrowdiscord.com for some of our back row buds to argue some of the internet's favorite arguments. And today, we got ourselves a spicy one. Are women more complicated than men? So we're going to let y'all discuss.
I need to know who's in the chat right now.
We've got KY Redhead, Hillary. We've got Lark, Rachel. And we've got Grayson. Grayson, I'm assuming is his name.
I'm pretty sure it's Grayson.
It's
Never mind.
Craig?
It's Toenail.
Toenail.
My name is Toenail.
Yeah,
Toenail. See, this whole time I've been like, oh, Topher's been calling him Grayson. I guess that's wrong.
Kiwi, if you're in our Discord, you can jump in on the debate if you'd like.
Yeah, we need one more dude to kind of make it a little more even. Yeah.
I am bringing all the men from my house to represent here.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so never
Okay.
mind. We need like 20 more females then.
All right. Well, KY, since you're already ready to go, why don't we let you start then?
Oh boy. Okay, so I feel like I've got kind of this weird juxtaposition where I've worked with all women for 15 years, but I live with and homeschool all boys. And so I've got kind of like, my finger. So I asked the boys, I got my finger on the pulse, and I was like, okay, guys, here's the topic. And so the 5-year-old said women, because, and I quote, they're bossy more often. The 12-year-old gave me an abashed look and was like, women, pointed at me. My husband was like, yeah, women. My 15-year-old, who is learning by the grace of God, said, I abstain from this one. He is reaping a harvest of righteousness today. So my official answer is, I would say technically they're equally complicated, and knowing so many women and knowing so many guys and raising guys, in all seriousness, they're just different kinds of complicated. But I would say, obviously, in the terms of where the world says, oh, who's more complicated? Women have so much more going on, just like in their brains work differently. I think of that meme where they're like, the husband and wife are in bed and she's like, I know it. What's going on? And da, 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 and what's he thinking? And is he mad? And he's like, I wonder why my motorcycle's making that noise,
Yeah.
And, like just the overthinking gene and stuff. So I guess I'm saying both, just depending on the context of the complicated. So there you go.
Waffle brain versus spaghetti brain.
Yeah, I remember that. I went to a retreat with the authors of that book.
Yeah.
Like the waffle and the spaghetti
That
brain.
would
They explained it very well.
It makes perfect sense. You don't have to explain it at all.
All right, Grayson, you were next in the chat. What are your thoughts?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, Grayson. I'm sorry to step on your toes. That just settled the argument right there. Waffle brain versus spaghetti brain. I went to a retreat that the authors, and they explained it very well. They don't have to explain it. Men are actually more complicated than women. At least we understand analogies like spaghetti brain and waffle brain without having to be explained. This is what waffle brain means. This is what spaghetti brain means.
The fact that you can just hear something and know what it means is confusing and complicated.
Oh my God.
My response was structured and informative.
Matthew, you are burying yourself in a hole.
I'm going to say this out loud. If you can understand it, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I'm going to be honest. Because people can understand it no matter what gender. It just matters on their brain. It's
what
not.
I'm feeling.
Is this
It's
Grayson
Matt just
talking?
This is
being
crazy.
great.
Yes.
You're.
I have my morning voice. I'm tired.
I was gonna say he sounds slightly different than Tuesday nights when he's trying to
This is a
defend
different-
Okay,
himself.
This is a different
everyone
level
would
of
have got
Grayson.
my morning voice, but I had to go to the farmer's market this morning, and so I'm conscious.
Well, what
All
other
right,
thoughts
Grayson.
do you have, Grayson? Lay it on us.
Women are more complicated. I know that because my mom has lots of hormonal weird things that happens all the time. So
Grayson, I'm gonna stab you in Among Us.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, yes.
Hormonal weird things.
She can't help it right now.
I don't want to demonetize you on YouTube because I know this will be in the highlights. I don't want to demonetize you.
Oh,
You
gracious.
just have to like abbreviate the things. If there's been anything, yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
This.
Once again, it's proven men are more complicated than women.
That doesn't help.
Okay,
5
our
analogies for what I
Okay,
think
okay,
you're talking
We're
about.
more small brain. We're more
No,
small
no, let's
brain, if that
let's be
makes
real
sense.
here. Let's be real. At least we know where we want to go to dinner. I don't
Ooh.
say I don't care.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Okay, I
I don't
feel
want any of your
Kiwi,
food.
Kiwi,
Take
jumping
the
in.
Entire foods.
Jumping in,
Like,
swinging
come on,
haymakers
choose what
here.
you want, dude.
Kiwi, I feel seen.
Can I have a pen, please? Thank you.
Are you gonna stab Matt with a pen?
No.
I'm not doing anything. I'm
You're
being
gonna
very
stab
nice.
me with a pen?
I'm
I
being
think
very
me and Kiwi
cordial.
deserve a pen stabbing.
No, I'm
I
just
mean, it's
taking.
true, though.
I'm
They'll stay,
taking
like-
notes so that when it's my turn to speak, I don't
Most-
forget to
most-
cover things.
Mo's building a
Okay,
whole
we should probably
defense.
move on so this segment doesn't take forever
All
again.
right, Lark, what are your thoughts?
Okay, this is whether women are more complicated, right?
Are women more complicated?
I mean, technically, but it's entirely because almost every guy I've met can't really entertain more than 2 thoughts at once to save his life. While most of the girls I know can run like 5 things at once and be fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So your team women are complicated.
I'm team women are complicated in a good way because we're actually functional human beings.
Because we know how to think and learn faster.
We know how to multitake.
She didn't sound like that at all.
That was it. That was
Oh my
a spot on
goodness, that
impression
was
of
spot
Rachel. All right,
I've got your
Kiwi.
back, Lark. Here, now I will stab Matt
Kiwi.
Thank you.
In the head?
in
Really?
the head with a
Gracious.
pen.
Gracious.
Oh my goodness.
Kiwi.
Okay, my
any
screen
additional
has lag, but I want to see you stab Matt.
No, she didn't
We need to
do
put the
it.
sound effects over that for the actual show.
Right?
That was hey, brother Mod in chat. That was a Brian Regan
good, the
impression.
stab
Thank
just
you.
happened.
That's what I was going for. Will you knock it off? Freaking me out. I really think you're gonna do it.
Just put the
Punch.
Just put the stabbing noise from Among Us in.
Do it.
Kiwi. Sorry, Kiwi.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm like, I'm gonna say that women are more complicated, primarily because they can't choose certain things, right? The guys are ready in like 5 or 6 minutes to go to dinner, right?
Okay, I would like to point
Y'all
out
are
I get ready
choosing
faster than my
which
fiance.
scent of
Buddy, I
shampoo
would-
you want to use, right? Like for 3 hours.
Kiwi,
Like you say, you're ready to go.
Lark, you had your turn. Let him speak.
Kiwi.
Lark,
I went
let him
asleep.
speak.
I'm leaving for the farmer's market in 15 minutes today. Do not doubt me.
Lark,
What's funny is
this
that
is like premarital counseling.
the men are just venting about all the things that annoy them about women, while the women are coming up
Oh,
with
I
like
have
legitimate
premarital counseling
arguments.
this week.
Me
My
who brings
fiance
up
just
a
isn't here
legitimate
right now.
problem.
No, this is a legitimate problem.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
it's a
no.
legitimate
Oh, gosh,
problem.
here we
but,
go.
like,
All right, Mo.
Okay.
Give your dissertation.
So for the most part, I am in agreement here with KY.
I've forgotten what she said. now.
KY said that they are equally complicated, just in
Okay,
different ways.
gotcha.
Here's the thing. Women are far more verbal than men are. We just talk more.
Scientific fact.
Overall, we just speak more. And so because we talk more, there's more opportunity for us to, and I don't want to say this I can't think of another word, but there's more opportunity for us to contradict ourselves, so to speak, okay? Because one week our favorite candy could be peanut M&Ms, and then the next week our favorite candy could be something totally different. And so then that's when men are like, y'all are so complicated, you don't even know what you like. Okay, guess what? Your likes and dislikes change just as much as ours do.
Can you not point directly at me?
No,
I'm not your opponent here.
You are my opponent in this argument. I mean, I'm not trying to assume your gender or anything, but
you're assuming my opinion.
You're a man.
Is opposite of yours, and it might not be.
Okay. Anyway, our feelings and our opinions and our thoughts on things may change. And it may seem like we change more often than you all do, but it's just simply the fact that we're more verbal and we communicate those thoughts more than you all do. To weigh in on Kiwi's very, very dumb argument.
Let me say something before we continue, if you don't mind.
No.
You had your chance. It's my turn now.
Lark yelled at me. Okay.
It's not that we don't know where we want to eat. We very much do know where we want to eat. However, we also don't want to be the reason that y'all complain for the rest of the night that you hated what you had for dinner because it was da-da-da-da-da or this and that and blah, blah, blah and yeah. So you know what? We would much rather just put our likes and dislikes on the back burner because overall we just want to be happy with the evening. And we know that if you guys are eating what you want to eat, because the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So we know if y'all are enjoying what you're eating, the rest of our night is going to be pleasant. That's why we say it doesn't matter wherever you want to eat. We're thinking big picture. Again, spaghetti brain, not waffle brain.
You know what, Mo? I think the way that you're describing it, it sounds like we need to define our terms with the men on this conversation because they're saying complicated and we're saying complex.
Exactly.
Amen.
Exactly. Yeah. Y'all are simple-minded. We're big brain thinkers.
Okay.
To be fair, though, that kind of proves a
hush
lot
fell over the crowd.
Everyone knows that Therese the detective, and just because that I am her intern does not mean crap.
Okay, hold on.
You're bringing
just
up a lot of internal.
Hold on. A lot of inside jokes.
Joke stuff.
But going back to that, let me just say, and I'm going to defend my son once and for all here on the radio show. Thray can be the detective and can say and believe and stand firm on things, and then Toffee does the same thing, and immediately it's, oh, he's the imposter, vote him out.
Here's why.
No, there's a
perfect reason why. There's a perfect reason why.
He's a literal psychic, I swear.
Thray actually goes through and explains all the reasoning as to why this makes perfect sense with everything that she's seen. Toffee just says, hey, it's this person and this person. Watch me be right.
Do you know why? This is exactly the reason. Okay, this has now turned into an Among Us argument. This is exactly the reason why for the last 2 weeks I have stopped talking and simply chat in the chat box. Because Thray, for some reason, is the only person who can get a word in edgewise and everybody shuts up for her.
Amen.
But anyone else tries to talk and you've got blah, 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 blah,
I just have to talk over
people.
everyone.
There's 15 people in chat. You got to throw elbows. I'm sorry.
But what? I love Thray. I do. This is not a Thray versus Toffee thing.
The reason why
I'm
Thray gets
saying.
to talk is because she's the smartest, and we all listen because we know we're going to learn about what's going to happen and have the best chance of finding a game. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I'm going to give my opinion now. Somebody's crying in the background. All right, here we go.
No, he just wants to give in his opinion.
Oh.
That's how my cat's doing right now. He won't stop whining at me.
All right. Men are women more complicated than men? That's the question that we're trying to discuss today.
Is it?
My opinion.
It originated as that question.
My opinion is no. I lean more towards the original thought that KY said, is that we are complicated, pretty much the same, but in different ways. I would more so say that men are just as complicated. We're just less likely to talk about it.
It's just exactly what I said.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying it in a way that's like, oh, we're. I'm saying it as we're insecure. We're more insecure than women are. We are too focused on what other people will think about us if we
put it all out there.
We're
I don't know. I could fight you on that one about men being more insecure about what other people think. I mean, goodness, that's a whole other conversation.
Let's have that conversation.
Imposter syndrome. Let's have that next week.
Oh, imposter syndrome is my life.
Really? I mean, seriously, right?
Yeah.
We're women. There we go.
I just know for many years, I bottled up all of my feelings and emotions, just like Kiwi said in chat. He said, having feelings, shove them down, bottle them up, be a man. That's exactly how men are presented, how you're supposed to live your life in society. Bottle stuff in. So we are just as complicated. We have just as many complicated feelings. We have dumber feelings too. Like you brought up that meme of the girl going up, and he's probably thinking about other women. And I was like, where did I put all my Pokemon cards? That's the question that he's really thinking in his brain. You know, we're kind of surface level more often, but there is a lot more stuff going on in our brains. We just don't ever express them. And so we don't come off as complicated because women are more likely to express them. Just like Mo's entire rant that you just had, and I'm done.
So maybe that's why we choose to believe Thray, but don't choose to believe Toffee. Because it throws us off just naturally, without even realizing it. It throws us off that a man, and I use that term loosely, but a man is voicing his opinion and being verbal and communicating things, whereas when a woman does it, it's just natural. Oh, okay, yeah.
I still don't really
not
think
gonna
that
lie,
applies
I've
to the
trusted Tom
situation.
more ever since the time he called me out as not using my lying voice. I was like, how the heck did you?
Yeah, no, and he is smart, and he does pick up in just as much like detective mode as Thray does. The problem is he doesn't verbalize it.
The problem
And
is
he's
our
a little
chat.
bit too.
That's
he's
what
a
the problem is.
He gets a little bit too cocky with his like accusations.
Okay, but actually,
And so
I have
that
a
comes off
reason,
as unpleasant.
Grayson,
okay, but on one hand, I think he's allowed to be since literally every single time I've been imposter, he's called me out and my two teammates. It's
not really hard to call you out, Grayson, but
No,
I
but-
agree that
Yeah.
but other people are, yes.
I didn't get it for a straight month. And then I just like lost the imposter feeling, if that makes sense. Like I lost.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
love being
It was
The
my first imposter game in weeks.
Thank
Oh,
you,
and I had
man.
a-
Oh my
that
gosh, I was singing it too.
imposter feeling.
it's a new parody.
So
That could be beautiful. It really.
Now
Okay,
I'm
guys, we have
stabbed,
horribly devolved.
stabbed.
Listen, Lark.
okay,
This is our show, Lark.
I'm gonna put a restriction on you. You're not allowed to come into arguing in Discord anymore if you're going to tell us how to run our morning show.
So off
So-
topic, we got one.
If people don't like that we're off topic right now, then they should join in on Tuesday nights and be a part of our group. Because good grief, as many times as I've wanted to walk away from y'all killing people on a weekly basis, I can't do it. I can't.
I can't quit you. All right. Hey, this was fun. Do you have one more thought, Kiwi?
So, okay, it brings up the other question. Why change or why fix things that work perfectly fine?
Oh, you're not married yet, friend.
because advancements in technology, advancements in scientific discoveries. I mean, like we've fixed phones and now we have smartphones. And when I was married and had kids, I didn't even have a cell phone. And then that shows how old I am. And then
I'm right there with you, KY.
learn how to text. And then all of a sudden you can text by touching the letter instead of touching the number 4 key so many times to get the letter you
That was a rough
I mean,
time.
things were working perfectly
T9
fine,
texting.
but there are ways to improve.
Listen,
So-
KY, this is a beautiful argument. If we learned how to better communicate through texting, then we can learn how to better communicate as people.
Yes, like interpersonal communication, like you can know somebody better.
Why are you
by
making that face right
getting to
now?
know them.
You're exactly right.
Okay,
So,
Hold
So
on.
Can KY and I
on,
have
I
our
got-
own podcast, please?
You
I have one
you
thought
can
to
have her,
add to the
KY.
text.
yeah, I have one more thing too.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding.
You've tried to do this with other people, and it's not as good.
That's
I'm
true.
the reason
That's
we're
true.
good.
Let's be real here though. All the people that I know that are men, right, prefer voice communications over texting.
Oh heck no. Heck no at
no.
all.
No,
I don't think.
no.
I don't think
You
that's.
don't know
I don't
enough
think that's
men
a
to
men.
have a
And,
statistic there.
I don't think that's a men and women thing. I think that's a generational thing.
Agreed.
If you're
That's
gonna
100%
call
a
some
generation.
like the best line from The Office from Kelly, in my opinion, was, "You called someone when they texted you. Do you want to drive them away?" That's exactly the thought
Yes,
of
yes.
most men. You know, I would much rather you text me.
And introverts too. I mean, I would much rather text where I can edit it and put the right emojis so that my
Yes.
tone of voice comes through, rather than actually having you hear my tone of voice.
I think I preferred calls when T9 texting was the thing, where you had to hit the the numbered buttons multiple times to try and build words, because it took forever. I just didn't want to do it. But not since smartphones.
I preferred texting and Facebook posting and everything back when editing was not an option. Because now, if you misspell or misplace or say something wrong, everybody will call you out and be like, you can edit that now.
Yeah, just edit it then.
That's
Well,
you.
see, let's be
You know
real,
that,
though.
right?
If you,
can
say
edit that
something
now.
wrong over voice, you don't have to edit. Be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
But
Like,
you did.
It's
But you could give off the appearance of not ever saying anything wrong if you just text. All right, we are way off topic and we gotta go. This has been really long. Lark is right. Lark was right. We went too far. We went too far off topic.
I'm just living in the joy of Lark is right.
But thank y'all so much for joining in on the chat. We're gonna end the call here.
We love y'all.
Bye. Okay. Goodness gracious, that was fun.
It's always my favorite segment.
That was a good group together there. That was fun. That's the first time all four of them together.
Oh, they're fun people.
It's good times. It's good times.
I'm
All right.
serious though, KY. If we want to collab
own
on
thing
something,
together.
we need to.
I mean,
Southern women.
Hold on, look. There's openings. Not for a full year stuff, but we have 2 breaks at Love Thy Nerd every year of 2 months at a time. The December, January, and the June, July. So if y'all want to come up with something, we can work something out. All right. Anyway, we need stuff we need content for those 2 breaks is what I'm saying, but it doesn't have to be all the time. Let's take a break right here. Speaking of breaks, when we come back, it's like a Pizzone, but weirder.
Stick around.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah, it was stick around. I threw my paper too early, and I wasn't sure my line was actually.
The teens are still arguing in the voice chat. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so for real, KY, let's do like a mother thing, a mom's thing.
Parenting. Dealing.
Not parenting.
Well,
Moms.
Look,
Because I don't want any dudes in it.
you don't have to have dudes. You could still just
If
call it
it's
a parenting thing.
you have
way
to have
dudes might
both
listen.
sides of the. Whatever.
Okay, here we go. Segment dose. You have your fact? Your factoid? Get your facts. Get your
I
facts
was
straight.
gonna scramble for it like I always do.
I was going to do the traditional thing of scrambling for it while you introduce us.
Exactly.
Welcome back to the Back Row Morning Show. I'm Radio Matt.
And I'm Mo.
And we changed some things up for this new season, including what we record live on Twitch. Each week we record our shows the Friday or Saturday before with our friends here at twitch.tv/LTNOnAir. Go follow us there and be notified when we go live. And you can join our Discord at backrowdiscord.com for after the show discussion and even opportunities to be on the show yourself, just like last segment. Well, that just went great.
It It was brilliant.
No, it was fun.
Plus, our normal Tuesday taste test will now only be available on our video platforms, so you can catch it live on Twitch or later in the week on YouTube at youtube.ltnonair.com or on our TikTok at the Back Row LTN.
I don't know why we keep saying TikTok. I have not updated TikTok in so long.
A tickety talk.
I need to start doing stuff on there.
Yeah, you and me both, friend.
I had a long stretch where I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm out of ideas.
I had one really good video that was fun, and that was it.
Okay.
It requires me to get presentable, though.
Kind of get all dressed up to film this 17-second thing.
Exactly.
That's a joke that 100 people will see.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, it's time for Mo's Fact of the Day.
Both Hadley Fruit Orchards and Harmony Foods, which are two California growers, claim that trail mix was first invented in 1968 by two California surfers who blended peanuts and raisins together for an energy snack. However, trail mix is also mentioned in Jack Kerouac's 1958 novel, The Dharma Bums, as the two main characters describe their planned meals in preparation for their hiking trip. The recipe for trail mix is most likely European in origin, however, where it has been known as a snack under various names in various countries since the 17th century.
Never mind.
You were going to be ugly just then.
No. I was going to say a dumb joke.
Okay,
I'm going to say it. I was going to say European on my trail mix. That's the thought that popped into my brain. That's the man brain right there.
Whatever.
Kerouac.
No. I actually YouTubed it last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Jack, let me see. Oh, no, it's Kerouac. Jack Kerouac.
I definitely YouTubed it last night to make sure that I said it correctly.
Okay, well.
This has become a thing now.
Whichever one you know it by.
Mo can't.
Which is definitely the last one.
She cannot pronounce things properly.
Oh, you get to. Your line.
Now it's time to come clean and admit that we're major junk food nerds, and every week we like to showcase and talk about junk food that has recently announced or even been spotted in stores and menus.
That's right. We're going to kick off today with Candy Jelly Belly Apple Cider Mix is out for the fall. It's a mix of red apple and cinnamon jelly beans.
Yes, please.
Sounds good.
I will take it.
Sounds nice.
Everybody send it to me, please.
Vampire Hershey's Kisses are back for Halloween. Milk chocolate filled like Hershey Kiss shells. Not filled, I'm sorry. Milk chocolate shells filled with strawberry gloop. It's made to look like blood. Enjoy it. Last time we talked, we mentioned that Code Red had got a new box design, Mountain Dew Code Red, but we lamented that there was no word on a Code Red Zero Sugar yet. Well, so much has changed. Even though no official announcement has been made, folks have spotted a page on Hy-Vee's website featuring 12 packs of Mountain Dew Code Red Zero Sugar with boxes featuring the same new art scheme, so these are definitely new products. Since there's no announcement, we still don't know if this will remain regional like Diet Code Red is. Like Diet Code Red exists, but only in like 3 states. We're hoping this will be national. I love Code Red. I drank Code Red like it was water in high school, and I need to bring it back into my life. And to do that, I need a zero sugar version. Exclusive through the Pepper Perks rewards program, Dr. Pepper's Fantastic Chocolate flavor is coming out. You can visit drpepper.com to find out how to join this program and snag a can. Red Vines is coming out with a candy corn flavored licorice. You know you want it. You know you want it.
You know, I may actually like these because I am not a fan of candy corn, but it's because mostly it's not the flavor, it's the texture of candy corn. I feel like...
Oh, I love the texture of candy corn.
No, I feel like if, you know how you have wax melts that you put in a warmer and they... So if you were to take that and just roll it into corn-shaped pieces, that's what it tastes like. I'm eating candle wax.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. It is a little bit like
I don't
that.
like it's very, very, very waxy.
It is kind of waxy.
Yeah. So I think maybe Red Vines that are candy corn flavor might be a little more appealing.
So Brother Mon in the chat just said something horrific to me. He said that Frostbite is better than Code Red. Mountain Dew Frostbite is garbage. It is the most disgusting currently available flavor of Mountain Dew. And I stand by that. Frostbite is bottom of the whole list. Not just below Code Red. Like sub-basement level. It's garbage.
I mean,
and that was a garbage opinion.
I can't weigh in here because all Mountain Dew to me is garbage. However, his follow-up comment was then candy corn is a chalky abomination, and chalky is the furthest thing from what candy corn is.
Jeez, we're just piling on, Brother Mod.
Candy corn is
no, he says,
waxy.
Mountain Dew Frostbite is the best version of Mountain Dew. Top of the list, penthouse level. Oof. Oof. Oof.
I mean,
get out of here. Get the heck out of here. Yeah. Get that garbage opinion out of here.
Nothing Mountain Dew is penthouse level.
Hey, wait, shut your mouth. Baja Blast is penthouse level. For sure. I'm so offended by everybody right now. Goodness gracious. You took it too far, Mo. You took it too far.
Be offended. Get over yourself.
Cheetos Crunchy is coming out with a new Nashville hot flavor. It has on the packaging Chester Cheetah holding like a piece of chicken, like Nashville hot chicken. But that implies that it's going to be a Nashville hot chicken flavored Cheeto, but it doesn't say chicken anywhere in the flavor.
Just Nashville hot.
Yeah. So
interesting.
I don't know. I don't know. Lucky Charms is back with its Just Magical Marshmallows bags, like 4-ounce bags of just their marshmallow shapes.
Just the marshmallows.
I bought a bag of it last year and ate it in one sitting and really hated myself afterwards. But for those 10 minutes, life was a dream.
Okay.
Incognito's coming out with chicken and waffles, which is a box of their fake chicken strips that you probably won't be able to tell is fake chicken, and Eggo waffles, like actual branded Eggo waffles. So it's a weird co-branded product that I'm surprised hasn't actually happened with legitimate chicken and waffles before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that seem like something that should have happened before the fake chicken?
I don't know. Maybe. Sure.
Do you not like chicken waffles? Are you not excited about chicken and waffles?
Do I like chicken?
Oh, I forgot you hate chicken.
I'm not a chicken fan. I will say this, though. Listen. I will say this. We ordered Del Taco the other day, and I got the chicken and churros box, and it comes with a mango honey dipping sauce. It's more like a syrup, not a sauce. Anyway, it was delicious.
Yeah?
It was delicious.
See, I think you do like chicken.
It's 2 chicken tenders and then 2 churros, mini churros.
You also really liked the Burger King chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I also really like Wendy's, what is their breakfast chicken thing?
Oh, yeah, that maple bacon chicken sandwich. Oh, my gosh.
I also like McDonald's chicken nuggets, but
I think you just only like certain kinds of chicken.
That's probably a fact, but it always ruins it for me for months. Whenever I bite into a piece of chicken and there's that vein, that fatty vein, and it
thing you can't bite through. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
I can do that with steak just fine, but when I do that with chicken for some reason, it's like
something wrong.
I know. I feel like I'm going to get salmonella and I'm going to die, and they didn't cook it properly, and yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
big announcement here for 90s kids, early 2000s kids, I guess. I don't remember when this came out. Cream Savers are returning to stores. Strawberries and cream and orange and cream flavors are coming back.
I love Cream Savers.
They're coming back exclusively to Big Lots for some reason in mid-September in a weird licensing agreement. And it's not Mars Wrigley that is actually producing them like they produced the originals. They're actually allowing another candy company called Iconic Candy to begin producing them.
You know what this means, right? It's not going to taste the same.
Well, it might, because Iconic Candy, I believe, exists to bring back classic candies, and they're pretty popular with it. They make deals like this to bring back fan favorite candies from the past that have been discontinued.
I'm excited, but
could be good.
I'm also very worried that it's not going to taste the same. I lived off of Cream Savers.
You know,
they were
great.
Yeah.
Cream Savers and Taste Stations. You remember the Taste Stations? They had a great commercial. With Taste Stations. That's good.
What were they?
Similar things. They were like they were like chocolate and caramel kind of.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah.
Yes. Now we just need to have Fruitopia come back, and then my childhood will be complete.
All right. Wendy's, speaking of Wendy's, introducing new hot and crispy fries to replace their current natural cut fries. These new fries' key feature is that they're meant to stay hot and crispy, hence the name, for a longer period of time versus the current fries. New fries are still made with the same potatoes, with roughly the same skin on cut. You probably won't be able to visually tell a difference. But the key difference is the new fries are lightly battered, what they call a whisper of coating. Through a proprietary battering process so that they can stay crispy on the outside while remaining hot and fluffy on the inside for 15 to 20 minutes, which is about the average time of like a delivery. According to Wendy's in a national survey, participants preferred the new hot and crispy fry over McDonald's fries, which is their number one competitor, by almost 2-1.
This doesn't bother anyone?
Why would it bother you?
What are they doing? What are they adding to it? How are they making it?
They didn't add anything. They did less coating. It's lightly battered.
Matt,
I don't know what that means.
Listen.
I totally understand how this works. Well, it does make me worry about anytime something like this happens where it's like this new proprietary process to double this or whatever. It reminds me of the Wow potato chips. You remember those? Mm-mm. So in the late 90s or early 2000s, like we got these chips that tasted like the normal chips. It was like Wow Lay's, Wow Cheetos, Wow Tostitos. They all tasted, or Doritos, they all tasted like the normal chip, but they were half the fat. And everybody was buying them and eating them.
Is that not baked?
No, it wasn't baked. They were still fried, but they were half the fat because they used some different kind of oil. Well, it turns out that different kind of oil that they used gives you intense intestinal cramps and diarrhea if you eat more than like 10 chips in a setting.
Yeah.
It's like sugar-free gummy bears. If you eat more than 5, you're in for a treat. And so they had to discontinue them. So that's the kind of thing that this makes me worried about. It's like, yeah, okay, they're going to be hotter and fluffier and crispy for longer, but
what else
what's the rest of my day going to be like?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Is what I'm saying. You're right. But I mean, if it's okay, if it doesn't do that, then this is a big deal because most fries are considered dead in the restaurant industry at 7 minutes. So if they can extend that double or more, and it'd be good.
Yeah,
Taco Bell.
Just all die sooner, but whatever. No big deal. We're going to heaven anyway, right?
Each fry just takes 5 minutes off your life, whatever.
Yeah. Go meet Jesus.
Wouldn't be a junk food discussion without Taco Bell. They're rolling out their crispy chicken sandwich taco on September 2nd. So this coming Thursday.
We talked about this.
Yeah. We talked about it when they were testing it.
Yeah.
So it features white meat chicken marinated in jalapeno buttermilk, seasoned with bold Mexican spices, rolled in a crunchy tortilla chip coating, and then deep fried until crispy. The chicken comes served folded with a creamy chipotle sauce and a warm, soft flatbread like a taco. The spicy version, which simply adds pickled jalapeno slices, will also be available. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going to last long. If you haven't seen it yet, Little Caesars is currently selling a crazy calzone pizza.
I have seen it.
It looks like a pizza ninja's throwing star.
Oh, it does.
It really does.
You're exactly
right. So,
right.
like, imagine cutting a pizza into 8 slices like normal, and then you take like the outer corners of 2 of those slices and you fold them in to where they meet in the middle there, just at the top part. Okay. And then the middle of the pizza is still kind of just normal pizza, but then the tops, you got 4 little folded in tops. And it's not just pizza and the folded in normal pizza in the inside. They have it's like a garlic white cream sauce for that half, for the calzone half. And then like julienne pepperonis, which I guess they're supposed to make them a little more crispy because they're smaller area when they're being baked. I mean, I'd try it.
Yeah.
Looks all right. Little Caesars has a pretty good track record of these weird pizzas.
Little Caesars, we dogged on them for a while.
For so long.
And listen, the world has us to thank, I think.
We made them step their game up.
We did. I'm just saying.
Let's see here. Starting tomorrow, McDonald's will be offering a glazed pull-apart donut. It's more like a set of 7 donut holes that are kind of baked together. Pizza Hut's Detroit-style pizzas are back. These are the first new Pizza Hut creations that I've loved since the early 2000s. They used to have all these fun creations, different kinds of pizza. That wasn't just, we put more cheese in the crust, or we took the cheesy crust and we like cut it into little cheesy bites and we turned them. It's the same thing. They got less creative over time. They used to have, I'm not going to get into it, but the Detroit style pizza is the first like new kind of thing they've done in a long time. And it's really good. The sauce is on the top. It's weird, but it's great. It's real good. Lastly, Flamin Hot Mountain Dew. They are available today. And we're going to do our best to grab a 6-pack because they're only available online. The Dew is described as the sweet citrus flavor of Dew with the spicy kicked up flavor of Flamin' Hot. I mean,
I at least got to try it.
Right?
And I don't like Mountain Dew.
Right?
But I at least got to try it.
Right? That's hopefully coming to a taste test near you soon here on the show. All right, let's take another quick break.
When we come back, has the robot uprising already begun right under our noses?
Stick around. All right, again, that is our main topic for the week, and you can hear that on the main show,
I have
on
a
the radio,
microphone right under my nose.
podcast. Could be a tiny robot. You don't know.
It could be. You did skip something.
I skipped one thing. I decided I didn't want to talk about it.
Okay. And we're done.
I thought, this is boring. I don't want to talk about it.
And we're done.
Who cares about that one?
Okay, sounds good.
It was like a spicy queso flavored rolled up Dorito, which is essentially just a Taki. And I don't know why they don't just call them Takis. They're the same company that makes them.
It's fine.
It's stupid.
I just didn't know if you knew you skipped it.
I just knew I was going to go on another rant, and I know the show's already long. So
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Isn't it? Isn't this a long show?
Listen, it probably absolutely is long, but I have been around my teenage boys for far too long. And
you don't want to go home?
No. What I'm saying is
Sorry.
Their thing lately is you say something and it's always you're blah, blah, blah. And so I was teetering on inappropriateness for half a second.
All right, it is time. Let's see. Nashville hot chicken and waffles is on point. There's a place in, we talked about Huntington Beach earlier. There's a restaurant in Huntington Beach called Bruxie.
No.
Which just does chicken and waffles. And I'm pretty sure there was a Nashville hot chicken and waffle on the menu. But I just got the straight up waffle and chicken with their little home proprietary maple syrup on it. My gosh.
I could go back. If we went back to that area again, I think I would really argue that we eat Bruxie every day at least once.
Right? Yeah.
It was so good. If you are ever in the area, please.
There's a few of them actually in different places, but only a few. Like it's not a big chain.
Well, yeah, and it's original to Huntington Beach. And
is that the first one?
I
think you're right.
Yeah, almost positive. But anyway, it's amazing.
All right. We're moving on to segment 1 of our Wednesday show. And here we go.
Rise and shine, nerds.
Welcome to episode 396 of the Back Row Morning Show, inching closer to that 400. A part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network and the official exclusive morning show for LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt, the station manager and chief radio nerd. I'm a husband, a father of 3, a Green Lantern fan, and a Funko Pop collector.
Hey, very good. And I'm Mo, shorter, louder, smarter, and all around better than absolutely no one. I'm a wife, mom, elementary librarian, and seeker of truth, except when it comes to reality TV. I almost said super fan of all things Friends.
That's your old intro. Today on the show, robots, artificial intelligence, and what they mean to believers.
Also on the show today, Joey Chestnut might be dead by morning.
But first, today is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. It's already September of 2021. My gosh.
It's your birthday month, Matt.
And we've got some holidays to celebrate. I don't celebrate a birthday month, okay? I'm 35.
I didn't say celebrate it. I just simply stated a fact.
But you know that you celebrate your whole month.
Not anymore. I didn't this past year.
You didn't? When?
I barely even celebrated my birthday this past year. I don't know.
Why for?
Not
makes me sad, actually. That's kind of part of your personality.
Not purposely. I don't know if it's just because, like, working full time and parenting 2 teenagers. Coming off of COVID, 2020. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Just depressed.
But it was like, yeah, it's my birthday. Celebrate. Cool. Woohoo! Birthday.
I would be just fine never bringing up my birthday ever again. Like, that's how little I care about my birthday.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Hey, it's National No Rhyme Nor Reason Day.
Did you look up what that meant?
Nope.
Well,
I didn't care.
I thought you were gonna.
I didn't feel like there was a rhyme or a reason to anything.
It's a day.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
It's actually a day specifically to celebrate words that do not have rhymes, like purple and orange.
Nurple. Orange.
Glurple. Slurple.
Slurple. That is a word. That is a word.
Nothing rhymes
7-Eleven.
with glorange.
Yeah. Morange. Just saying.
Orange. That's the morning of your parents' funeral. Because you're mourning.
That. Matt.
I mean, you got to get creative with these definitions. If you're going to create words, you got to come out with definitions for them.
Yeah, but why you got to be so offensive all the time?
Okay, I guess it doesn't have to be your parents.
I guess insensitive.
Could be anybody.
Not offensive. Insensitive.
Thank you.
Why you got to be always
Get the word right.
I got there. Sometimes you are offensive. In this case, not so much. But anyway, it's also American Chess Day.
I feel like I've already told my chess. Yeah, I've already told my chess story this year.
I've already told my chess story.
I've already told my chess story.
Sorry for you. And it's World Letter Writing Day.
Yeah, it's a lost art. It really is.
Okay, here's the thing. I read these and thought, okay, we're going to write our ABCs. That is the society we're living in. That it took me reading it twice to go, oh.
Letter.
Dear and sincerely. I got it. Okay. That kind of letter, not our alphabet. You will use your alphabet.
Most of it, yeah.
But you will
You might not get a Z or an X in there, but sometimes you will.
Challenge accepted.
All right. Well, we've got a story. And yeah, Mo was confused as to what that tease was. Joey Chestnut might be dead by morning. So let me just make it clear. Joey Chestnut is the current Nathan's hot dog eating championship holder for like several years in a row. Record holder of how many hot dogs you can eat in 12 minutes or however long. It's like 76. He's a lot. And a new study suggests that eating a hot dog can take 36 minutes off of your life.
Okay, so I just really didn't feel comfortable saying that someone might be dead by the morning.
Oh, he won't.
Because
He's fine.
Listen, if
he does,
happens, I know
then
I'm
it's our
gonna
fault.
be like first. You knew something.
Okay,
it's
well,
like
if it
now
helps,
premeditated murder.
if it helps,
I'm going to jail.
If it helps, ever since the study came out, every article has been mentioning Joey Chestnut having eaten 100,000 hot dogs in his life. So Like everybody's making this observation.
Yeah, but has anybody been recorded actually saying it? He writes the script.
Joey also ate the world's largest slice of pizza. Yeah, I saw that. Didn't he go against, I think it was the Beast, Mr. Beast team to try and eat it? He went against somebody. He took it down real quick, real easy. So life tastes pretty good anytime a hot dog is involved, but could those hot dogs actually be shortening your life? A new study suggests that it's possible. New research from the University of Michigan suggests that eating one hot dog takes 36 minutes off of your life. Just one hot dog, and you're down 1.5 episodes of Frasier, guys. The study evaluated more than 5,800 foods, ranking them by what? Thank you for that host and raid, Chill Canada. We're on Twitch, and we just had some people jump in. Thank you, guys. All right. The study evaluated more than 5,800 foods, ranking them by their nutritional disease burden to humans. A beef hot dog on a bun resulted in 36 minutes lost, largely due to the detrimental effect of processed meat, the study found. If that headline stresses you out, imagine what competitive eating legend Joey Chestnut thinks. They asked, does he need to be worried that all of these hot dogs are just taking years and years off of his life? The registered dietitian Christy Brissett said, I think if you're eating hot dogs in a Joey type of way, this could be a turning point in your life to maybe cut back a bit. If you enjoy a hot dog once in a while, that's completely fine. Everybody wants to have fun foods in their life, and that's part of enjoying eating. In competition alone, Joey has eaten at least 1,094 hot dogs, adding up to 39,384 minutes off of his life, which is more than 27 days. He has lost to hot dogs just in competition, but he trains all year long eating hot dogs.
Okay, but listen, it's less than a month. And so, like 2 sentences before, it says, should he be concerned that he's shaving years and years off of his life? No, it's probably months off of his life. Possibly a year and a half, but not years and years. Come on, guys.
You don't know how much he's eaten in real life? That's only one day. They're only accounting for one day of a year for each of his competitions.
If he lives to be 90-something, at that point, he's going to be like, thank God I ate so many hot dogs. I don't want to live anymore, y'all.
Joey poked fun at the study, tweeting, interesting. I might need to eat more nuts to get my time back. Yeah, interestingly, the study also found that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich adds 33 minutes to your life.
Okay. Also,
that's all I ate as a kid.
Also. They were very specific to say that a beef hot dogs on a bun. Okay, so I typically like
not queso, hot dogs. Zing!
I really prefer turkey dogs, and I don't like the bun. So, am I good? I'm okay, right?
You like turkey dogs?
Yeah.
You don't just have like the pork dogs, like the Oscar Mayers?
They also have turkey.
Okay, but I mean, they're mostly pork.
I like turkey.
Okay.
No, why you gotta hate on the kind of hot dog that I like?
It's just weird.
It's weird. When it's burnt to a crisp, they all taste the same.
Why are you burning your hot dog?
Because I like my hot dogs like I like my marshmallows. Good grief. And how you like your witches.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I think it's probably better, yes. Turkey's a healthy meat. Yeah,
exactly. See, KY agrees with me.
Burn the hot dogs.
Burn the hot dogs.
Well, okay, I get down with that if it's on a grill, like in a fire. If you're burning it with actual fire. If you're just burning it in a skillet, then no, it's not the same thing.
Oh, it is the same thing. No. Absolutely. Also, Grayson, your mom just texted and said that you can't have hot dogs ever again. Just FYI.
I enjoy hot dogs a lot, actually, a whole heck of a lot. I love myself some hot dogs.
I love hot dogs.
I do not like beef hot dogs. All beef hot dogs.
I do not like them, Sam.
I do not like them, Sam. I will not eat them. They're too greasy for me for some reason. Just like it's gross. I can't get past them. And they're always also huge. That was like twice the size of a normal hot dog, and that's too much meat to bun ratio for me. Like, nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Burnt meat can increase cancer risk, is what KY says.
That is true. Yeah. But I don't care, she also said.
Undercooked meat can also increase.
There's no such thing as an
Death.
undercooked hot dog because hot dogs come pre-cooked. You could eat it right out of the package.
If that was the case, then pregnant women wouldn't have to deal with reheating.
No, they have to do it because when it's cold, there can be like bacteria
Listeria.
or whatever. Yeah.
It's listeria.
Yeah, it's still cooked, just like your
If it's
shaved
not
turkey
good
and
for a
stuff is
pregnant
cooked.
woman to eat it, then it's not good for anyone to eat it. I'm just saying.
Well, a human can survive listeria, an adult human. A baby can't. That's why.
You're not listening to me.
No,
anymore.
you're just over exaggerating.
After 396 episodes, you just stopped listening to me.
All right, let's take a break right here. When we come back, Mo and I go head to head in the game.
That'll be fun. Stick around.
Hey, KY, do you want to do a podcast?
No, she's my replacement, not yours. Find your own.
Oh,
Actually,
gracious.
you and Chris have to do the movie,
We do need to do a movie thing, yeah.
like y'all have been saying.
You're right.
It's the only time that I can get him to really like
Get into a discussion.
communicate about a topic more than whatever you want, dear. Whatever you think.
want, whatever you think.
Your opinion is always right.
All right. Part 2, here we go. Welcome back to the Back Row Morning Show. I'm Radio Matt.
And I'm Mo.
And we've changed some things up for this new season, including what we record live on Twitch. Each week we record our shows the Friday or Saturday before with our friends on Twitch. Follow us on twitch.tv/LTNOnAir to be notified when we go live, and join our Discord at backrowdiscord.com after the show discussion, and even opportunities to be on the show yourself. Mo, do you have your fact ready?
Uh-huh. The word checkmate.
She was scrambling and I was trying to beat her to it.
You didn't. Haha. The word checkmate in chess comes from the Persian phrase Shah Mat, which means the king is dead.
Really?
Uh-huh. And a bonus fact for our Trekkies, Kirk and Spock have played chess 3 times on the show Star Trek, and Kirk won all 3 times.
Was it normal chess or was it like the 4D chess that they play?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if the 4D chess came in with the original series or the next generation.
I'm not sure. But I need to address Grayson real quick. He asked if he could be your replacement option as a,
My
host.
replacement?
No, like if he could take my place.
Oh.
Because KY she's taking your place for me.
I see.
And I just need to let him know that Toffee has claimed that
Toffee wants to be on the show pretty
years
bad.
ago.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Got to get in line.
All right. Well, now it's time for Mo to beat me in a game.
That was also my line.
Yeah, but you weren't reading it, so I
Nope.
jumped in. That's
Sorry.
right, everybody. It's time once again for me to challenge Mo, hopefully beating her. So next week, I can try and win back the undisputed Back Row Championship title belt. Today, we're going to be playing a game called Rapid Fire.
Is this the one where we list things?
This is the one where we list things, but we are timed and we can pass. But
Okay.
if we pass, we have
to
to
be
do the
3
next
things?
one. Yeah, I think they're all
Okay.
3. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yep, you're going first.
All right.
Okay. Just hit play game.
Just hit go.
Auto fire.
Oh, fire and
Team 2 will answer first. Got it.
okay, I'm team 2 then.
All right. Name 3 math operations.
Plus, minus, divide.
Name 3 words that start with Z.
Zoo, zap, and zoom.
Name 3 birds.
Quail, ostrich, blue jay.
Name 3 animals with hooves.
Cows, horses, zebras.
Name 3 colors on the flag of Italy.
Red, green, white.
Name 3 Halloween decorations.
Skeletons, cobwebs, fake spiders.
Name 3 types of meat.
Pork, beef, and chicken.
Name 3 words that end in X.
It's past.
Name 3 Christmas songs.
Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell Rock, and I Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Name 3 of the 7 wonders of the world.
Pass. Dang it.
Okay, so you actually got 8 because I got it for the X one.
All right, so I got 9, and
you got 8.
it says everyone can see. It says 9. Sorry. All right, I have 8, so Mo's got to beat 8. Whew. I forgot how intense that really is.
Yeah.
Also, with the words that end with X.
Rapid fire.
The only one I could come up with was the inappropriate one that I wouldn't say.
I know.
I could not think of another
That's
one.
why I chuckled.
Crux. That's one.
Facts.
No. Well, yeah, facts. I thought you were saying facts. Like, you can't just abbreviate it.
Facts. Max. Lax.
Yeah, there's a lot. But you chuckled when you said it, and that put the only word I can't say on there. Fox, box, ox. Yes, thank you. Yes, there are a lot of words.
All we have to do is be Dr. Seuss for a few seconds.
All right, are you ready? Here we go. Name 3 yearbook most likely twos.
Most likely to succeed, most likely to be president, most likely to become a model.
Name 3 Charlie Brown characters.
Linus, Sally, Charlie.
Name 3 words that start with B.
Bread, bum, babe.
Name 3 berries.
Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry.
Name 3 chick flick movies.
13 going on 30. Shoot. Pass.
Okay, name 3 TV moms.
Roseanne. Oh my gosh. The one from Home Improvement.
Nope.
Pass.
You can't pass this one. You have to answer this one. You can't pass 2 in a row.
Okay, Roseanne.
Uh-huh. Oh, no. You had the thing that happened to me that one time happen to you, where your brain just stopped. You got 4. Roseanne, the mom from Home Improvement. Can you think of any now? Marge Simpson was offered up by.
I can't think of their names. Like Step by Step Mom, Suzanne Summers.
Step by Step Mom sounds like a terrible show.
No, the mom
I
from
know.
Step.
I'm making a joke.
No, because then I thought Full House, and I'm like, crap, there's not a mom on Full House.
Oh, my face hurts. Oh,
Whatever.
Gosh.
And I started out so good.
Mrs. Brady.
And I would have
counted that.
Aw.
I would have counted that.
I started out so good, and I was so happy. I was like, yes. I didn't. The name 3 math operations. That was your very first one. And after you said addition, subtraction, division, I was like, oh, that's so easy. But I would have freaked out immediately and been like, what?
What's an operation? Water on the knee.
Exponents.
Algebra.
There's a reason I'm a librarian. I was so proud of myself for skipping first, thinking yes. And then the first couple questions, I'm like, double yes, I got this. Chick flicks and television moms.
I'm really surprised you didn't get a chick flicks one now.
Well,
You pulled out 13 going on 30. And I'm like, okay, yeah, next up, 10 things I hate about you.
that's the one I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of it.
27 dresses. We can just stick with numbers.
See,
Poor showing.
KY has my back. Chick flick is subjective, so it locked my brain trying to discern endless.
That's actually very true. That is what happens with these games. You get across one that's like, well, this could be very up in the air, and you think of too many things at once, and you just can't settle on one. The one that happened to me was the one that I remember the most embarrassing was name 3 male vocalists.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ricky Martin? I mean, like, I run a radio station. And I could not think. Or no, it was Enrique Iglesias. That's what I said. Enrique Iglesias. I'm like, I don't know why. I don't listen to Enrique Iglesias. I haven't thought about Enrique Iglesias in a decade.
I think that was when we first started with Back Row Radio, and I was like, really, you run a radio show!
It was really early.
We don't even play Enrique!
Anyway, I have the opportunity now next week to take you out to win this title belt back. It has been hovering in your little corner on our Twitch screen here for too dang long.
Okay, so I also... Kate, you know why? You know why? You know what?
You know what? Okay, you know why.
She's becoming my favorite. I'm just going to say it. But she also points out that you should forfeit the math operations one because you said plus instead of addition, and that is a fact.
Okay, fine. So I got 7 and you got 4.
Okay, fine. But that brings... Okay, do you remember this topic? We had a discussion months ago. Is it exclamation point or exclamation mark? Do you remember this?
Barely.
It was not recorded anywhere. It was just one of those random
discussions that we were having off topic.
We just had a...
That's point, right?
I say mark.
That's right. You say mark. Okay, that's what the discussion was.
Yeah, so I am curious
it's exclamation point.
What most people say. And so, like, during school when I'm talking to the students and I'll say exclamation mark, with a lot of them, I get this look like, what's a mark? Okay.
Lark says point. KY says point. Point is American, so is it mark somewhere else? Is it mark in Britain or something?
Oh. But
I'm
see,
interested.
you call it a check mark. You don't call it a checkpoint.
But the check mark
is checkpoint is something totally different.
But a check mark is one word. It's not check mark. It's check mark. That's what it's called. Like, it's not a mark is not describing the kind of thing that you're doing. It's like that's the name of the thing it is. Like an exclamation mark or an exclamation point. Exclamation point is the name. Because just like Lark said in the chat here, because it has that point at the bottom, the dot. While a mark can be any kind of marking, but like a check mark is the name of itself. It's a one word thing. Say something so I can stop talking.
I don't I don't understand. My brain hurts. It's too early.
Check mark is a mark shaped like a check. What's a check?
Exactly. Like,
how can you be shaped like a check? What's a check?
What's a check?
That's what it is. A check. You can't. A check mark is a check. Now I'm confused. All right, let's take another quick break.
Be highly offended if anyone.
A check named Mark?
A check mark looks like a V with one side. Well, no,
I understand that. But you said a check mark is shaped like a check. Well, what's a check? Is it separate from a check mark? It's like saying a horse is shaped like a horse. That doesn't make sense when you're trying to describe it different from something else. A horse animal is shaped like a horse. Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh. You know, we thought this was going to be a boring show. I mean, it's been pretty fun.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's take another quick break.
When we come back, how should Christians respond to the rise of robots and artificial intelligence?
Stick around.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, we need a question. That's our main topic, the robot stuff. That's our main topic. You got to tune into the shows for that. Or later in the week, we come out with our main show podcast that's got all that. Mark from Czechoslovakia.
I just can't. Mark is shaped like a bee.
With one side longer than the other. Stupid people. How dumb does Lark think we are? No, you're smart. Okay, we need a question. We need an Ask Us Anything question. How late is too late to have breakfast instead of lunch? Ooh, that's a good question.
Okay.
I'm going to ban Lark here for a second. Can I ban a mod? You're a mod here. Am I allowed to ban you? I don't know. All right. Are you allowed to ban me on my own channel? These are questions I need to know. Okay. Welcome back to the Back Row Morning Show as things are winding down for the day.
But first, we're going to answer a question from Twitch.
Yeah, that noise of, I don't know where I am. But first. Today's question. Question.
I hope that we have entertained the masses on this wonderful Wednesday. I really do.
Today's question comes from KY Redhead, which I think the last several of our questions have come from her. But she's bringing up some banger questions.
Quickly becoming my favorite.
How late is too late to have breakfast instead of lunch as your first meal?
I'm going to say somewhere between 10:30 and 11 o'clock.
Like, I fall right with McDonald's. Like, 10:30, that's the cutoff.
You know what? Hold on. 10:30 is too early. 11 o'clock is probably where I'm going to... I feel like 10:30 is still breakfast time. Especially on the weekends. You know, when you're in your 20s and you could sleep in...
Now let's flip that question around. How early is too early for lunch? It's like Taco Bell starts serving lunch at 9.
Yeah, no, that is
Wiener
way
Schnitzel
too early.
starts serving lunch at 9. And I have eaten lunch at 9 and it felt fine.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, for real, people just need to serve breakfast all day long.
Absolutely.
And I don't care.
Absolutely.
The whole question is a moo point. It's a cow's opinion.
It's moo.
It's moo.
Yeah, remember McDonald's did this pre-COVID? McDonald's was doing their breakfast all day. Most of their breakfast all day long.
Yeah.
It's something that everybody wanted for forever. And then COVID hit and they're like, nah, we're not going to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, stop being so lazy. But like, there are a few places that serve all day. Sonic, that's one of them. Sonic serves breakfast all day. But it's very rare. Does Whataburger
I have no idea.
all day? No, I think they start serving breakfast at 11 p.m. So it's like from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. they serve breakfast.
Okay. So KY also brings up a really good point. She says it's 11 at our house. If the boys sleep in, they have a snack and wait for lunch, which I agree with. Because my children will wake up right around, on the weekend, right around 10:30, 11. And like me, they don't like to eat as soon as they wake up. And so if they wait and then start eating a breakfast at 11:30, then they're not eating lunch until 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then...
I'm sorry. At that point, they're not eating lunch.
And then dinner...
They're eating breakfast and dinner. That's all they're having.
8 o'clock at night. Well, but here's the thing. I agree with you 100%. But my boys specifically are at the age now where they take care of their own meals on the weekend for the most part,
okay.
You know? And so Topher will come out and he'll eat breakfast at 11:30, 12 o'clock. And my kid has always ran on like, well, what's my next meal going to be? Since the time he was an infant. He's eating breakfast. Mom, what's for lunch? He's eating lunch. What's for dinner? That's just how he's always been. Always. So he's making his breakfast and eating it and already processing what he's going to eat for lunch. And I'm like, no, this is your breakfast and your lunch. This is it until dinner. And he looks at me like, I'm going to starve to death. You're going to make me wait.
You don't know what
hours?
We're eating?
Yeah.
Do you not have a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not plan these meals in advance?
Yeah. Exactly. Anyway.
All right, let's end with our verse for the day.
Verse for the day is Psalm 67:7. God shall bless us. Let all the ends of the earth fear him.
That's going to do it for our show today. Remember that we air first exclusively on LTN Radio, LTNOnAir.com, every Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern with an encore at 10 a.m. But if you miss a day or just can't catch the show live, find the Back Row Morning Show podcast version on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Subscribe, rate 5 stars, and leave a review. Do it, and we'll love you forever.
And also, the podcast feed will offer a weekly highlight episode focusing on just our main topics for the week for those of you who can't commit to the full 3 hours a week. And make sure you're following us on all the socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Just search for @TheBackRowLTN and connect with us.
Tune in tomorrow morning for Back Row Rewind, where we will bring you a classic episode of the Back Row Morning Show. And we should be back with new episodes next week, and we hope you will too. Mo, final thought.
I love brunch.
Once again, I'm Radio Matt.
And I'm Mo.
Remember, if nobody else tells you, we promise that it's true. Jesus loves you, nerd. All right, we got one more quick segment. It is Taste Test Day, and I've got probably a good one. Green tea flavored wafer cookies.
Ooh, I love wafer cookies.
Otherwise known as matcha. Matcha. Bite-sized wafer cookies. That's from Lark. It says their
It's German.
headquarters is in Italy, though.
Oh. It's Italian.
Yeah, so. But it's Quadratini matcha green tea, bite-sized wafer cookies. And I've been holding on to them for like a month and a half. So
Quadratini.
Open. Oh. Ooh.
That
smells strange.
Oh, yeah, that does not smell good at all.
Doesn't smell great.
That smells kind of like kitty litter. And now Matt doesn't want to
It
eat
looks awful. It does not look like it does on the back
It looks kind of like kitty litter.
Ugh.
I'm kind of afraid to eat it.
It smells bad. I mean, they're still good until next year. All right, let's try. At first it was good, and then it took a left turn.
Okay, here's the thing. You think wafer cookies and you typically think sweet. These aren't very sweet. They have like a more of a savory taste.
Yeah. Oh. No.
Obviously, I'm enjoying it more than Matt currently.
Focus on this for Grayson. The Back Row Morning Show. That's what you search for. It's definitely on there. Oh,
But
I hate it. I
don't hate it. I also really do like matcha. But I was really hoping for something more sweet. And this is not sweet. So I've had the...
As soon as you said savory, I almost gagged. Like, you're right. It's so bad.
I've had the lemon flavored quadratini wafers, which are
fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then they have chocolate ones. They have hazelnut.
Yeah.
And
Standard flavors.
There was a time where they had like a raspberry, and that was really good. Again, they were all very sweet.
Yeah.
This is, in fact, hairy.
Ugh.
I'm taking the bag, though.
Please do. Yes. Get it out of here. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like a potato chip flavor in a wafer.
I don't pass out from gagging. I pass out from throwing up. It's different. KY. Listen from the beginning, Grayson. Dude, let me reiterate. not 900, 396 episodes.
There's a lot.
Plus 125 podcasts before that, before it was a morning show.
So you should also go to, if you need
in a
real...
week.
I mean, he is homeschooled. So I'm just saying, he has a lot of time. It's not like for Topher to try and do that where he's at school for 8 hours and he's not allowed to have his phone. Do you know what I mean?
Let's see what that said. Thank you for following Supper Hot Potatoes.
It's probably Supa.
It's probably Supa.
Supa Hot Potatoes.
Supa Hot Potatoes. Thanks for that follow. Unfortunately, we're done. The show's over. We're saying goodbye.
But what I was going to say, Grayson, you also have to go to YouTube. Go to the YouTube.
Go to the YouTubes.
Where we watch our highlights from Tuesday nights. And go back and watch recording church announcement videos.
Those are pretty good.
Those
and our short-lived YouTube version of this show.
Yes.
The Back Row with Matt and Mo.
When you need a really good laugh, there are some seriously brilliant, hysterically funny moments in there. There really are.
Yeah. On our YouTube channel, youtube.ltnonair.com, if you scroll down to the bottom of the front page, there's a thing that says like classic back row humor, and that gives you a bunch of playlists of some of our older stuff, including like parody songs that I've done.
Which that used to be a thing that Matt did regularly.
Thing, yeah. I think I've done 20 of them, and they're mostly great.
So now whenever you hear me say, hey, that's another parody, it's not just something that I'm like pulling out of thin air. No, Matt used to do that on the regular.
Yeah. I did one final one last year called Quarantine of Love to the tune of Reckless Love. And that was my last one.
When everything was closed, then your love fought with me. You had no escape from me. When I was too much, you play Animal Crossing. For an island getaway from me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, nagging voice of love. Oh, it chases me down, pushed to the ground, steals my new switch light. You couldn't help it, the world got COVID, and you never got a break. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, nagging voice of love, yeah. There's no dinner you won't DoorDash, no Zoom call you won't crash to make it up to me. No meal you won't HelloFresh, no movie you won't Netflix to make it up to me. There's no Pokemon you won't chase, no matter how much time I waste to make it up to me. There's no candy stash you won't share, no socks that you won't pair to make it up to me. There's no sitcom you won't stream, then binge again on repeat to make it up to me. There's no board game you won't try, no Among Us game you won't die to make it up to me. There's an ending to this lockdown, and one day we will get out and we'll again be free. Till then, let's just cool down, enjoy the love that we found inside of this 6 feet.
But my favorite one is The Cleaner, done to I don't remember the actual name of the song, but it's one of the I can't remember the name of the group. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Matthew. I don't know. I'm gonna be no help for you here, friend.
What's the group that did Radioactive? Radioactive. That one. That's not the song I parodied, but that's...
I don't know.
Well, anyway.
I'm sorry.
Imagine Dragons. Thank you.
There you go.
I was literally thinking they might be dragons. Like, they might be giants. I'm like, no, that's a different band.
First things first, I'ma say everything that I'm thinking. I'm tired of glitter, think it's nothing, think again. Ooh, that stuff should be a sin. Ooh. Second thing second, don't you tell me that you've never washed your hands. If you had, you know by now the paper towels go in the bin. Ooh, the floor is not the bin. Ooh, I've been soaking all the dishes, bringing my soap into the bathrooms, cleaning these toilets. Other poolers stick to me, all the pee on the seat, ain't please singing my heartache from the pain, dumping these trash bags in the rain, pulling these clogs up out the drain, searching for beauty through these stains. Take it down and pour it out the cleaner, the cleaner. Stains. I'm scrubbing it and drying out the cleaner, the cleaner. Stains, oh let the Kool-Aid spill, oh let it rain. My life, my job, my skill, it came from stains. Take it down and pour it out the cleaner, the cleaner. Learn things, send a prayer for the vacuum in my hands. All the dirt it sucked up is nearly brought it to its end. Ooh, we're piggies in the pen. Ooh, I was choking in a cloud of all of the bleach that's scrubbing out all of the food stains in the ground, hoping that that would please the crowd, but it never will. Ever still sweeping and mopping and windows and mirrors and dusting and sobbing, they don't stop. They rain down like stains. Take it down and pour it out the cleaner, the cleaner.
Okay, so also the YouTube looks like this because
It's the
there is
LTN one,
another no, there's another LTN. It's
Oh,
like a
there's a-
NASCAR
yeah,
thing.
it's like a
another
racing
LTN
thing.
radio. Anyway, it's but in the short-lived YouTube of our show,
Let's talk
you can
NASCAR,
even
yeah.
see our husband and wife.
Yes, our husband and wife.
You can see my husband and Matt's wife.
Yeah.
And you can hear in the background our children when they were really little.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to eat that. That was your daughter.
Yep.
Okay, guys, we're going to go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. It's been a fun morning. It has gotten our day off to a good start. We're going to go talk about robots now off camera. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And remember that Jesus loves you, nerds. Stick around. We're going to raid somebody. You'll get some extra points.
Peace
Bye.
out, homies.
Come on.